Recently, I watched Unsolved Mysteries, and it explored Bigfoot on Native American land. Now, the Navajo tribe or Navajo Nation rangers that patrol the grounds stated that they've seen Bigfoot walking. Now, many other families stated that they had run-ins with this creature as well. If you check out Unsolved Mysteries, you'll see a family that lived in a trailer home. A Bigfoot actually knocked at their door one night. A woman got up and she went to the door to answer it, and standing before her was Bigfoot. She stated that it wasn't just one of them, it's actually two that patrol the land. They've been killing their livestock like cows and chickens, and she said the size of these creatures was just astounding, weighing in approximately 300 pounds and 7.5 to 8 feet tall. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want Bigfoot knocking on my door late at night. I wouldn't answer it. But is this creature really real? That's what we want to find out. Now, it would be ignorant of us to just believe that we're the only creatures on this earth that can walk upright with no problem. Now, there are gorillas out there. However, there's no gorilla listed out there that's 8 feet tall. So what is Bigfoot exactly? So let's take a look at some of the theories. Maybe a man in a costume. Okay, so if it's a man in a costume, think about the sightings. Bigfoot goes by many other names, but Sasquatch and Yeti are the most familiar, stemming from Native American folklore. Over the past 50 years, over 10,000 people have claimed to see Bigfoot. These sightings have happened in the forest of Oregon. Native American tribes across North America have stated that they saw a giant hairy figure walking their lands, measuring about 8 to 10 feet tall. Now, on Unsolved Mysteries, the sightings actually correlate with UFO sightings, which I find weird. So, is Bigfoot a part of an alien species, baby? Okay, so if Bigfoot is a part of the alien species, let's put it to the test. Now, in 1976, there was a photograph going around of Bigfoot. And we've all seen the famous photograph with it walking by the screen. Now, that very well could have been someone in a gorilla suit. When examining it further, it did look like that to me. However, we have to remember that 1976 compared to now in 2023, the photography is completely different. There's new technology out there that can capture better things. Now, people have made phone calls into the police to report that they've seen Bigfoot. They've been terrified and scared, and there are videos circulating online about the creature. So if Bigfoot is a guy in a costume, then they would have to be strategically placed across the country in certain areas. Now, what person you know of is going to go to great lengths, dress themselves in a gorilla outfit, and climb on top of a mountain just to be discovered on some type of aerial video or drone? I don't know many people who would do that. Now, let's take a look at Bigfoot as a humanoid that didn't evolve. It's a possibility. Every year, we're finding new species that we never knew existed. Think about it. In the deepest depths of the ocean, there are fish with little flashlights on the top of their heads. So if that can exist, then other things can exist too. And we have to also remember that alligators are indeed descendants of dinosaurs. So what if Bigfoot is a descendant of maybe an ape? It didn't quite evolve, meaning that it didn't shed its hair, but it's still able to walk upright. Now, we're Homo sapiens, of course, so where would Bigfoot fall on a Homo sapien chart? In 1976, besides the photograph that was circulating about, that's popular that we know of, the FBI actually came across some Bigfoot hair. And the Bigfoot hair was tested, but it was inconclusive. And they found out it was actually from a deer DNA. So if a deer was walking around and they tested it, Well, how could something walk on just two legs? Is it a giant deer? Is it a wendigo? What is it exactly? Nobody knows. So with the hair that they found, the videos that they've taken, and the photographs, and we still don't know exactly what it is. I personally think that it's something that didn't quite yet evolve. Since there are other animals and we're making discoveries practically every year of new species, a couple of questions to ask. Why is Bigfoot only seen in the woods? With deforestation and practically all these trees being torn down and highways and streets being built through the forest, who's to say that Bigfoot can't come and very well visit the city? But then again, all of these sightings are from people who are living on land remotely. So it would make sense for Bigfoot to be out there in remote locations where it can hunt, fish, and live off the land. What do we know about Bigfoot? It's hairy, so it's a mammal. It hunts, it fishes, it can knock on neighbors' doors, it intimidates people, it eats livestock and hunts livestock, and it's been sighted all over the US. Have there been any sightings overseas, I'm wondering? Because if it is, then that would mean that there is an actual race of Bigfoot walking around, which I find interesting. So why are these sightings so important? Well, it might be a new species. But sadly, if it's a new species, then people are going to want to hunt it and track it down and lock it up and perform experiments on it. We've seen what happened to the giant clam and other oceanic creatures being taken and exploited and sadly terminated. I don't know, if I was Bigfoot, I would keep a low profile because I wouldn't want to be experimented on. So with Bigfoot sightings, why does it correlate with UFO sightings? It's like clockwork. When someone sees a UFO, like within the same week, they see a Bigfoot. So what's the correlation there? Well, we don't know, because are the both concepts even real? And I am one who believes the truth is out there. But what do you believe? I remember watching TV as a kid, and also in the movies, I saw Harry and the Hendersons, and I thought it was hilarious. It would be so cool to have this giant Bigfoot as a pet and a friend of the family. It could protect you and keep you safe. So this Bigfoot, probably the reason why it's remaining hidden is because it doesn't want to be captured or sadly experimented on. I personally believe that the truth is out there. With UFOs and with Bigfoot sightings, I think that there's a possibility that something like this can actually be surveying the land or just hanging out. Maybe Bigfoot for me is a humanoid that didn't evolve, and it's a possibility because we are continuing to discover new things every day. Now, what would you do if you encountered a Bigfoot? Well, some of the rules are just the same as if you would encounter a bear. You would tuck yourself into a ball and protect your vital organs. I don't know what I would do if I was ever to see a Bigfoot. I think I'd pull out my phone. Of course, you want to get it on record, and whoever films this and gets a really detailed video, they might become a millionaire. You never know. So if you're out in the woods, protect yourself and be safe. Currently, campers and hikers are stating that they're seeing other sightings of Bigfoot. In 2019 was the last sighting. Why would it be so unbelievable that there are things out there that we just don't know about? Let me know in the comments section if you think Bigfoot is real, if you've ever had any sightings yourself, or know of anyone who's seen one.